Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mondo Mechanical YouTube channel. I'm Trevor, and this is the man, Matt Rogers with Mondo Mechanical. And today our topic is HVAC repair Edmonton, common questions about air conditioning installation. Now here's a quick quote by an unknown source. Quality isn't expensive, it's priceless. Now here's a quick stat for you. About 11,000 liters of air are inhaled per person per day. So water recommended intake is supposed to be 3.7 liters for men and 2.7 for women. And we got that from sharecare.com. Not sure who came up with the exact stat, but we're going to give them the credit. Now, Matt, quick story for this topic is we hear a lot of horror stories of HVAC installations that went badly and cost customers lots of money and time. It's always a good idea to ask a few questions before you commit to a major investment for your home. And I'm sure you've seen that many times over.
Absolutely.
So Matt, the first question that we have for you is, what size of air conditioning system do we need?
Well, Trevor, that's a question we get all the time, and every home is a little bit different. There's a lot of factors that go into the size of air conditioning you need. Main one being square footage of your home. That's a big factor. On top of that, how old is the home? Age being construction materials that change. Is it 2x4 construction versus 2x6 construction? Right. Is it more airtight versus not? Another one is windows. Are they the old leaky original windows? That's going to factor. Do you have a lot of windows? Are you south-facing windows to get that radiant heat? But the main best way to do it is, the proper way is to do a heat load and heat gain calculation.
Okay. All right, Matt, when talking about air conditioning, I hear references to SEER and tons. What are those exactly?
So SEER stands for Seasonal Energy Efficiency Ratio, which is essentially the rating of the efficiency of the air conditioner.
Okay.
So the higher the number, the more efficient it is, to put it in simplicity. Inside a home, the lowest SEER efficiency you can do is 13 SEER. Now, there has been a change. If it's after 2016, you have to go a minimum of 14.5 SEER, just part of helping our environment be a little bit better. And there's higher numbers around 19, 20, 21 SEER. That just means more efficiency ran. Tons, that doesn't mean the weight. I've had clients ask, well, I can't put that much there. It has nothing to do with the weight. It's just a rating that they use for the sizes of it. The smallest application for a residential application is 1.5 ton, and they go in increments of half tons all the way up to 5 ton for residential applications.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. Next question would be, can I use my old venting or duct work if I'm replacing my air conditioning unit?
So if you're replacing your air conditioning unit, then it's probably already sized properly for your venting to be able to handle air conditioning. Older homes with a lot of older ducting, sometimes it's too small and won't run properly. It's not too often we come across that, but if you have an existing home built 80s or 70s or newer, you can put an air conditioner on that and reuse your existing duct work. We have to do some modifications with it to put the actual coil on, but it will run with it.
Okay. Now, how do you install an air conditioning unit if I have a boiler system and not a forced air system?
So unfortunately, if you have a boiler system, we cannot put air conditioner in on the ducts because you don't have any. But there is what's called mini split systems, or another word is ductless split systems, where they're kind of like a portable system that's mounted permanently in a room. It's its own separate system. It's got its own condenser outside, and a lot of them are actually operated off remote control. A lot of office spaces uses them as well, just because they need each office a little bit differently. Another scenario that those are used in is a 2-story home that has one furnace. It doesn't spread out the cooling well enough, and the master bedroom usually wanted a little cooler for sleeping. You can put one of those in there to have its own separate system.
Very nice. Now, how loud will the air conditioning condensing unit be?
So again, that varies on what model you pick. The entry-level products are louder. The better, more efficient units are quieter. They all range. people have this aspect that air conditioning is extremely loud. It's not. Most of the times when you're inside your home running your air conditioner, you're going to have all your windows closed, or you should, or you're going to affect your utility bills. And if that's the case, you typically won't hear your air conditioner unless you're right against the wall where it's at. But when you're outside on your deck or something, you will hear it, but it's a lot better than not being able to sleep at night because it's too hot.
You got that right. Now, how much does an air conditioning system cost on average?
So this is all over the place, depending on who you call, who you ask, and what they're supplying. There's many names and companies out there that do air conditioners. Us personally, we start our air conditioners starting at installed for $2,800 plus GST. That is an entry-level product and for a smaller home, but we do quite a bit of those and get people in AC at that price. We do also offer better models for more efficiencies and quieter, and then the price ranges. But a number I hear out in the marketplace is, between $4,000 and $6,000 seems to be about an average. But our prices are below that to offer a better value for our clients.
Wow, that's a really good price for air conditioning unit. Now, should I replace my furnace at the same time when I'm installing an air conditioning unit?
I'm glad you asked that question. We actually just came to a client that had about a 10-year-old furnace, maybe 11 years, and it's an older mid-efficient furnace. He had a provider in there before us, and they said he needed to replace his furnace. And he wasn't sure about that, called around, and I'm glad he did. He doesn't need to replace his furnace. His furnace will work fine with that air conditioner. It is still relatively not that old. Could he get some benefit by going with a new high-efficient furnace? Absolutely. But as the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, sometimes it's best not to fix it. So we're doing an air conditioner actually for him next week with his existing furnace. And then now, if his furnace breaks down while he has a new air conditioner in there, that won't affect it. We can still leave the new air conditioner system and replace the furnace without affecting the AC.
Wow. So you got to make sure you call the right people, and the right people is Mondo Mechanical. They'll steer you right. Now, how long do air conditioning systems last?
Again, it depends on your due diligence. Are you changing your filters regularly? Are you doing regular maintenance outside on the condensing unit? Think of it as a car. We all do oil changes, winter tires, change our wipers, rad flushes, all that stuff. We all know we have to do that to keep our longevity of our vehicle. Yeah. When it comes to our home, nobody really does much of anything until it's broken. So to maintain your system, manufacturer recommends you should be doing annual service on your air conditioner and your furnace. And if you're doing that and keeping it clean and good at your filter change, these things can run for a very long time, 25, 30 years. Wow. If you don't do any maintenance, we've seen them fail in a year, 2, under 5, need major repairs if they're not being serviced properly.
Wow. Now, how often should I have my home comfort system serviced?
So again, recommendation from manufacturer is yearly. That's for your outdoor and indoor unit when it comes to AC. Sometimes, depending on the area and how much it's used, we might say go 2 years. We're not about nickel and diming you for every year of wanting your money. So a lot of times we recommend 2 years, but I wouldn't go over that personally.
Okay, and is that a service that you provide at Mondo Mechanical?
Absolutely. So we certify and inspect the indoor and the outdoor unit. We don't just clean it, which is what a lot of companies do. We actually hook up the proper gauges, inspect the system, check the ratings on the motors and stuff. We want to make sure the system is actually operating at its designed ratings to maximize its efficiency and, again, longevity.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much, Matt. That was very informative. And I know that a lot of people who will be watching this video got a lot of great information about air conditioning systems in Edmonton. And if you guys like this, give us a thumbs up, leave some comments in the comment section below, subscribe to the channel because we're going to have a lot more information coming your way, everything about heating, ventilation, air conditioning, plumbing, and everything in between. So we'll catch you guys next time on the Mondo Mechanical YouTube channel.
Thank you.